What happens if you nut at an orgy? This is why I bring snacks. Depends. Roman orgy or a Greek orgy? First to nut becomes the dedicated water boy for the rest of the orgy. Drink some water and bottom for a bit? There's a lot of stuff you can do sexually that doesn't involve your dick being hard. I went to an orgy once, and if you came you had to put $5 in the jar and the last to come gets to keep the jar, but someone got cum in their eye and they cried, so we gave them the jar. But the whole thing kind of ruined the vibe and we all watched a movie, and eventually opened up about our relationships with our dads, and from that point forward we did strictly anal. You shouldn't be participating in an orgy if you have the attitude that it's game over once you nut. People nut continually throughout an orgy. It is not like porn where folks are all just nutting in a group at the end. That's kind of supposed to happen during sex lol. Your partner will be stoked you had a good time, so go get some water and a smoke until you're good to go again. You don't need to leave the venue in shame. Just don't remove your condom and start coming all over the place, and it's okay. Also, when you're building up again you can talk to other dudes, couples, or ladies that are also tired out. It doesn't need to be and isn't a crazy bunch of wolves going insane on each other all night. Just chill. You came. If you were not chill after you just came, well, there's another problem. You typically meet beforehand to discuss each other's boundaries and expectations. Stuff like this should be part of the discussion since people can have strong opinions about it. I would probably just go and mingle, stroke some balls, vags, stick a finger in here or there, do some spotting like sports gym. Worst case, announce after 5 mins. You'll get my coat. You should be wearing a condom. Not everyone is ready for a nap after one nut. Usually everyone else just keeps going and you tap back in when ready. You get to flick or suck or both. In the 60s, I made love to many women, often outdoors, in the mud and the rain, and it's possible a man slipped in. There would be no way of knowing. So my wife and I used to date women regularly, and when I busted I'd go out to the living room and watch football or play video games. Usually around a half hour later my wife would come out and say I was needed again for round 2 or 3. I lived in an Airbnb where the host would have orgies at the living room sometimes. Never participated. But he explained to me that it is not like full sex all the time. In fact, most of the time people are talking, cuddling, kissing, touching, etc. So after you come you can just keep doing these other stuffs. I figured it was a respawn type situation, but with a 30-min cooldown. So an orgy is basically a COD lobby. Have I learned something? I feel like I just learned something. Depends on the orgy. Post-orgasmic refractory period decreases when a male has multiple mating options, so you might be good to go much faster than you think. Back of the line. Not a dick unsucked and not a vagina unrubbed. That is the ultimate objective. There is, however, much more to sex and activities you can perform on others that don't involve your dick.